Imagine for a moment that your life is a grand epic, a journey shaped by profound choices. But what if many of these choices you believe are consciously made are actually dictated by invisible currents, ancient spells cast long before you even knew they existed? This isn't a myth. It's a fundamental truth revealed by the hidden world of defaults. Consider a 2015 study where homes with smart thermostats preset to an eco mode automatically reduced energy use by a significant 20%. In contrast, homes where residents had to manually adjust settings showed far less change. Or reflect on a 2018 experiment, students receiving assignments in a default cursive font performed 12% worse on reading comprehension than those with sans serif text due to subtle subconscious associations with effort. Are you truly choosing, or are you being chosen for? The very structure of our world silently guides our hands, often without our awareness, like an unseen oracle whispering directions. This phenomenon is more pervasive than you might realize, subtly steering your path every single day. At first glance, this default effect might seem like a flaw, a weakness in our human design. But what if this inherent tendency towards the path of least resistance isn't a weakness, but an ancient survival mechanism, a primal wisdom encoded deep within your very being? Your brain, a magnificent guardian of your existence, possesses a default mode network, DMN, not just for idle daydreaming, but as a critical tool for conserving precious mental energy. Studies reveal that a staggering 60% of our daily decisions are made on autopilot. This isn't because you're lazy in the modern sense, but because your ancestors needed to save cognitive bandwidth for immediate perils, for the sudden appearance of a threat in the wilderness. Could the very act of choosing sometimes be a trap? A 2020 study showed that people who actively chose a default option, for example, selecting opt-out for a gym membership, were 40% more likely to abandon it later. The brain, it seems, perceives active choices as earned, making them harder to sustain. But the truly fascinating part is how this ancient wisdom can mislead us today, and how some have mastered this hidden power to transform their lives. The good news is you are not bound by these unseen forces. Like the heroes of old who broke free from enchantment, you too can redefine your destiny by understanding and intentionally reshaping your defaults. Consider the story of the default runner, a marathoner who felt trapped in a cycle of skipped workouts. She rewired her habits by renaming her default workout app The Escape instead of Gym Time. This simple shift in perception, transforming a chore into a journey of liberation, led to a 50% increase in weekly runs. In the corporate realm, a tech startup experienced widespread burnout until they enacted the default productivity hack. By redesigning email defaults, changing reply all to reply only, they reduced burnout by 35% in just 6 months, altering the very fabric of their daily interactions. And then there's the personal quest of a man who lost 22 pounds in 3 months, not by dieting, but by simply changing his grocery store routine's default layout from snack aisle first to produce first. What hidden defaults are silently shaping your own epic? These stories reveal that mastery isn't about willpower alone, but about mastering the subtle architecture of your choices. Now that you've seen the power of defaults, are you ready to become the architect of your own destiny rather than a passenger? But before we delve deeper into the origins of this phenomenon, let's arm you with some immediate, potent tools, simple rituals you can begin today. First, try the 3-minute default audit. Take 3 minutes and list 3 default choices in your life, perhaps your morning coffee, your morning walk, or your bedtime routine. Then ask yourself, is this the most efficient choice or just the easiest? Be honest. Next, embark on the Reverse Default Challenge. For just 1 week, reverse a deeply ingrained default habit. If you always check your phone first thing in the morning, don't. Instead, begin with a moment of quiet reflection or a gratitude journal. Finally, nudge your environment. Place a sticky note with a new default choice like drink water, not soda, near your fridge or on your mirror. These small, intentional shifts are like casting your own spells, redirecting the invisible currents of your daily flow. The influence of defaults isn't just psychological. It's woven into the very fabric of our biology, our history, and our society. Could it be that the struggles of our ancestors are still whispering to us, influencing our modern choices? From a neuroscientific perspective, the brain's insula, the region that processes feelings of disgust and effort, activates more when you override a default. This explains the deep-seated reluctance we often feel when trying to change. It's not just a mental block, it's a primal signal from within. In the realm of economics, Nobel-winning nudge theory has illuminated how subtly changing defaults, such as auto-enrolling employees in retirement savings plans, can dramatically increase participation rates from 20% to an astounding 90%. This proves that structure matters more than pure motivation. And from an evolutionary standpoint, our ancestors' default to eat calorie-dense foods, once a vital survival hack in times of scarcity, now contributes to modern challenges like obesity. Modern defaults, like the ubiquitous fast food, are just a maladaptive echo of that ancient wiring. But what if I told you that sometimes embracing the default can actually make you more successful? The truth might just turn your understanding of choice on its head. This might sound counterintuitive, but your lazy brain can, at times, be a genius. In a fascinating 2019 experiment, people who followed carefully designed default choices on a complex task, such as investment planning, actually outperformed those who made active, conscious decisions by 25%. Why? Because smart defaults reduce cognitive overload, freeing your mind to focus on what truly matters. It's like having an expert guide you through a dense forest without you needing to consult every map and compass yourself. However, here lies the default paradox. A study found that people who chose their own defaults, for example, selecting a specific retirement plan from a curated list, were 3 times more likely to stick with them than those who were simply assigned one by others. Your brain yearns to feel in control, even if the choice is to embrace a default. Is true freedom found in endless choice or in mastering the art of the intentional default? It's about leveraging this primal inclination for ease, but doing so with purpose and foresight. To truly grasp the profound impact of defaults, let's look to some parables, modern myths that illuminate these hidden truths. Imagine your brain as a car on autopilot. Defaults are like preset GPS routes. You don't want to get lost in the maze of endless decision-making, so you often just follow the most convenient, pre-programmed road. But sometimes, that well-worn road leads not to your desired destination, but to a dead end or a scenic detour you didn't intend to take. Or consider the restaurant of choices. You step into a magnificent eatery, and the default, the most popular dish, is already prominently displayed. You could explore the vast menu, weighing every option, but why bother when a perfectly acceptable choice is presented with such ease? It's the siren song of least resistance. Are you content to let the current carry you, or will you seize the rudder of your vessel, charting a course that truly aligns with your deepest aspirations? Understanding these metaphors helps us see the invisible forces at play. You stand at a critical juncture, armed with profound insights into the silent forces that shape your world. The lazy brain isn't your adversary. It's a powerful ally waiting to be directed. By understanding the default effect, you gain an almost mythical power to sculpt your environment, to design your decisions, and ultimately to forge your destiny. This journey isn't about fighting against your nature, but about skillfully channeling it. It's about setting up your life so that your easiest choices are also your best choices. What new defaults will you forge to write the next chapter of your journey, guiding your inner hero towards their true calling? The power to transform your life isn't hidden in complex strategies or Herculean efforts. It's found in the simple, intentional design of your everyday defaults. Embrace this wisdom and become the master of your own myth. What insights has this exploration ignited within you? Share your thoughts and discoveries in the comments below.